Hey there everyone! Today I'm going to be working with the new National BBQ Day stamp set from Kindred Stamps. This is part of their Wacky Holiday line, and I think this stamp set is super cute, especially for all the summer holidays that are coming up. So I'm going to start off by creating a background. I'm using the candy cane stencil. It's one of my favorites. I have an obsession with stripes, and so this stencil has a permanent spot on my desk, and I pull it out all the time. I sprayed the back of it with some pixie spray. I like to do that especially with more intricate stencils like this one because it has all those little lines to it. I don't want them to shift and move around as I'm blending. So I have some Distress Oxide ink, and this is black soot. And instead of doing a circular, like a round application like I normally would, I'm going back and forth so that I can make sure that I don't move those lines of the stencil. Now, right now I'm using the black soot, but I am going to switch my background in the end, and I will redo this background with fossilized amber. I didn't film that because it's the same way to apply the ink, but as I put my card together, I didn't like how the black was looking, and you'll see that in the end. So now I have that National BBQ Day stamp set, and I'm going to stamp out the little girl, the little boy, and the grill. I used my Misty, and I just used some Detail Hybrid ink, and that way I could do some alcohol marker coloring. I'm going to be doing some really simple coloring. I'm using my Tri-Blend markers. You could use anything that you have. If you have Copics, if you have another brand of marker, even watercolors, anything would look good with these little images here. I just like the Tri-Blends because they're smaller, they're compact. I don't have a lot of space in my craft room, so these are easy for me to keep right within reach. And a bonus for me is that it has all the colors all in one marker. So I'm going to be coloring a classic red grill. Originally, I had thought that I would color the grill black, and that's why I did a black background. But when I switched the grill to the red, it wasn't vibing with that black background. I'm going to be just doing some simple coloring for the hair. You could definitely step this up and do lots of fancy flicking and all of that nice stuff, but I'm not good at it. So I just outline where the black line of the image is with my darkest, and then blend it out with my medium and color over it again with my lightest. Really easy, like I said. I need to take some classes for my alcohol marker coloring so that I can get better. This is probably the biggest area that I struggle in. It's just very simple, but I'm a simple card maker, so it works for my style. I'm going to finish up here just coloring their clothing. I'll give my little guy some khaki pants, and I'll color his clothes to match his hat. And then for the girl, I used some yellow and some coral colors, and I think that's kind of where I got the idea to do the yellow background. I like to use each color more than once on a card. That way it looks like everything is meant to go together. So once I have all these images colored, I'm just going to cut them out with my scissors, and here they are all finished and ready to go on my card. So to complete my card, I'm going to be doing a little bit of die cutting. So I cut out a scalloped rectangle and then also a little grassy border. To get the grassy border to perfectly match my scalloped rectangle, I first cut the rectangle from green cardstock, and then I die cut that rectangle with the grass die, and now I have a grassy border that's going to perfectly align with that scalloped rectangle. I realized I forgot to add some stenciled clouds to my background, so I'm just going to do one of my most favorite tricks, and that's just to grab a blender brush and use just the tiniest bit of ink and a light application and just kind of add some puffs of clouds. And so actually what I'm adding the ink to is going to be the sky, and in between that is the puffy clouds. But it works for me. It's super easy. So here's where I started assembling the card, and that black background was just too contrasting for me. So I fixed it up with yellow, and I thought the yellow kind of brought in like sunshine rays. And so this will complete my card. I'm going to add all my little people there with foam squares. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you again soon. Bye.